You're live on Insta.
Okay, we're live. Hi everybody. Move over a bit so you get a nice background. So welcome. Let me just... Hello. So who is there? Tell me where you are. I did promise pajamas. So I'm in my pajamas. I'm actually partly in pajamas. I did actually put a dress over my pajama bottoms because I've been doing some chanting on a kind of a private Zoom call. I put the link on a post earlier today. I don't know if anybody joined me for that. I'm doing chanting for the world every day at 10:30 a.m. Don't hang up on me this time. Yeah, sorry, Kim. At 10:30 a.m. London time every day, which is about half an hour before now. I'll put the link up again. It's kind of like I've been going to this ashram in India for about 14 years. And I'll just tell you the story of how I came to go there, and then we'll do a bit of chanting. I'll talk about what's going on in the planets today and why you need to be especially nice to the women in your life. And we're going to do a goddess guidance card today. Goddess guidance card. So let me just tell you about how I ended up going to the ashram, because it was kind of an interesting story. And ask me some questions as well. I mean, I can't do personal chart, but I can answer questions if anybody's got a question. Maybe not about yourself, maybe about a question about anything else apart from, am I going to do blah, blah, blah. But, maybe I can answer the odd, am I going to do blah, blah, blah myself too. So the way I came to go to this ashram that I've been going to for about, 14 or 15 years now, I was actually living in Paris at the time, which was a manifestation in itself. So what had actually happened was I knew I needed to change my life. I'd been through some really difficult times, and let me tell you the story. I had been involved in an extremely toxic relationship. I think many of us have had those. Hands up if you've had a toxic relationship that nearly left you broken in 20 pieces. And I was kind of recovering, and I was using first of all, I was using things like red wine and sleeping pills to recover, because I'm afraid I didn't have a very good reaction. I remember my mum said, try drinking some chamomile tea, darling. And I remember thinking, are you joking? Like, have you any idea of what I'm going through right now? I'd been cheated on every which way you can possibly think of, basically, and I'd found out about it. And it was quite a long, relatively serious relationship with someone I actually knew that I never should have got involved with in the first place. Anyway, so about, I sort of drank a lot of red wine. Sparkling Burgundy was my tipple, and that kind of went for a while. I was living in Bondi, and Bondi Beach in Sydney, and there was a bottle shop there, which in England we call an off license. In America, I don't know what you call it, but it's where you go and buy alcohol. And one day I went there, sort of looking probably about what I look like now, about as elegant as I look right now, but with my hair even more like a bird's nest, because I was just in hell. Like, I was just having a terrible time. And my ex was actually kind of trying to get back into my life, because he was a complete psycho and he didn't want to be shut out, even though he had cheated on me, in a million different ways. And so I kind of was like, had the door shut from him. I wasn't answering my phone. And, every day at about 4:00, I'd pour myself a bottle of sparkling Burgundy and drink that and fall asleep. And then wake up and do it all again the next day. But I had to go out and buy the Burgundy, obviously. And so one day I went to the bottle shop, as I said, looking a complete mess. And there was this guy who worked in the bottle shop who was, I don't actually know what his name was, but he worked there for years, and everybody in Bondi had a kind of a crush on him because he was absolutely gorgeous. He was, if you know Bondi, he was the really tall guy with a shaved head. He was just so handsome and gorgeous, a bit like Dr. Chris, who's the Bondi vet, except more olive skin but that sort of build. And anyway, so I went there and I was like, hi, can I get my daily bottle of sparkling Burgundy, please, but I didn't say it with a smile because I wasn't happy. And he looked at me, and it was one of those moments, you have those moments in life. And he said, "Are you okay?" And I thought, okay, yeah, I'm actually not okay. And it was a real wake-up call for me, He never knew that he did that for me, I don't think. I don't think I ever told him. And so that was almost like around about the start of my journey back to healing. And my sister as well had a big impact on me, which I can tell you about another time. But the long and the short of it was probably, I don't know if it was 6 months later, 3 months later, maybe longer. I don't know. I'd have to work it out. But I decided that I was going to work on the left and the right sides of my brain. I was over the X, I'd moved on, but I still wasn't back to my old complete joie de vivre, feeling whole, feeling holistically healed. But I was pretty good, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something that I've been thinking about doing for absolutely years. I'm going to do the forum. So if you know the forum, it's the Landmark Forum. So I'm just going to give myself some sparkles over there on Instagram. It's the Landmark Forum, and it's a course that you can do. It takes like 3 days, and you do level 1, you can do level 2. And a lot of people are against it because they say it's multi-level marketing and all that. But I just went in and I did level 1 and then I did level 2. And it basically takes all your rubbish that you have, all these stupid, idiotic stories you've told yourself your whole life, and it gets them out of you and it just burns them up. And it's extremely powerful, and you're only meant to do it when you're feeling very emotionally sound, by which time I was feeling very emotionally sound. So my logic was, I'm going to go and do the forum for I think it's the right side of the brain. I always get confused about which is which, but sort of for the logical side of the brain, I'll go and do the forum. And then what happened was I was actually homeless for 5 weeks because I owned a flat in Sydney and I was renting a flat where I was living in Paris, and I'd sublet my flat in Sydney and I had sublet my flat in Paris. And there was 5 weeks where both of them were sublet and I couldn't live in either of them. So I thought, what am I going to do? I know. I've always wanted to go to India for a decent amount of time. I'd only been there for short trips. And let me go to India. So I thought, okay, I'll go. I was doing a yoga class at the Dharamshala in North Bondi, for anybody who knows it. And I just remember thinking, you know what, at the end of it, and you just lie there in whatever it's called, Shavasana, is it? Where you just lie there, and I thought, I'm going to India. So I went home. And I'd actually heard about this ashram. I thought maybe I'll see about going to the ashram. It's in southern India. My ticket was with Sri Lankan Airlines anyway, so I was kind of going via Sri Lanka, so it wasn't hard to sort of hop over to India. And I thought, okay, let's do it. And I went home and I picked up the phone. And first of all, I thought maybe I should go to that Shivananda Yoga Centre that I saw on one of my trips there. And the phone rang. It was this girl who's called Sophia. Now, in case you don't know, Sophia means divine feminine wisdom, okay? And the ashram where I ended up going is all about the divine feminine and divine feminine wisdom. Anyway, so Sophia calls me. First and last time Sophia has ever called me. I think I'd met her at the Landmark Forum, actually. And she's like, hey, going, what you doing? I said, I'm thinking about, I've got 5 weeks to spare. And I'm thinking about either going to maybe this ashram that I heard about in India, or maybe I'm going to go to this yoga centre I know about in Kerala. And she's like, oh no, God, don't go there. And I'm like, why not? I told her the name of it. And she said, no, that place is terrible. I'm like, no, it's okay. I went there. It was quite nice. And she said, no. It's run by these Americans. All they want is your money. They probably put on a really good appearance for you. No, you don't want to go there. I can't remember what it's called now, like the Divine Light Yoga Centre or Divine Light Retreat or something. Anyway, I probably shouldn't say that, but I've said it now, so sorry about that. Anyway, I was like, well, I don't know. It seemed pretty nice when I went there, but I'll take your word for it. And I was like, oh, gosh, okay. Well, my other choice was to go to this ashram on the other side of southern India near Chennai. So I thought, okay, I'll ring up and find about that. So I said, thanks, Sophia, for calling. And I rang the travel agent. I'm like, hi, I'm going back to Paris with Sri Lankan Airlines, but I'm thinking about dropping into India on my way. Or, you know, what about if I go to the other side? So I looked first of all at the other side for the yoga centre I'd been thinking about going to, that Sophia had told me absolutely not to go to, but I thought I'd find out anyway. She's like, well, if you do that, you're going to have to stay overnight in Colombo. And I'm like, all right, will you pay for my hotel? Because, you know, sometimes the fares are paid, the hotel fee will be paid for you. She's like, no, you have to pay that. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, okay, what about if I go to Chennai, which is the ashram? And she goes, oh, Chennai. Oh, yes, we can take you there instantly. Ping. And it's on discount at the moment. Ping. And the flights all match perfectly. Ping. And I was like, okay, fine, I get the message. So I said, I will do that. I will go to this ashram and I'll travel around India a bit. I've got 5 weeks to fill in. So it all worked perfectly. It was all on a discount. It was perfectly timed. So I remember being in the car with my mum on the way to the airport thinking, why am I going to India? What the heck? Like, it was like, I said to Mum, why am I going to India? It was like the whole thing just overtook me. And anyway, eventually I went there, I got there. I planned to stay for 5 days. It was the most amazing place I'd ever been in my entire life. And I stayed for 5 weeks. I stayed the whole time that I was in India. And that's basically the story of how I ended up going to India. So I don't know why I wanted to tell you that today, but I did. I can't wait to read your comments. If anybody has anything to say about anything, I'll be reading them after. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a chant. So I kind of got onto the ashram because I've been talking about all the chanting I've been doing. We're doing the chant to Kali. So everyone at the ashram at the moment is doing this chant. The teacher there is Narayani Amma. This is actually a Tamil chant. It's in Tamil. And it's to rid the planet of all negativity, including disease, including the coronavirus, okay? So we are going to do 9 chants, and I'll just take you through the words because some of you are new. Om Kreem. Kreem is the Bij mantra for Kali, who is the black goddess who takes away negativity. Maha Kali, that's Mother Kali, the black goddess. Sarvarogam Nasi Nasi. Please destroy all negativity. And as you say Nasi Nasi, imagine the virus just being destroyed, okay? So we're going to do 9 chants, and I strongly recommend that you do these on your own as well, or join me for my Zoom calls that I'm doing every day, half an hour before I do these. So every day when I come on here, where's my bell? Every day when I come on here, I've already done, oh, there's the bell. I've just done, we're doing 20 minutes actually. So here we go. Are you ready? Bear with me. First of all, let's set a sankalpa, an intention for this mantra today. So maybe it's to heal the world, maybe it's to heal someone you know, maybe it's to heal a relationship that you're having which is suffering because of this social isolation. Whatever it is, set your intention now. You can write it in the comments or you can just say it to yourself. We call on Narayani Amma to guide us as a community and as a group coming together for the purposes of healing and protection. We offer our salutations to Maha Kali to accept our prayers to destroy the virus, to heal our family and friends, our community, our cities, our country and Mother Earth. Here we go. Om Kreem Mahakali Sarvarogam Nasi Nasi. Om Kreem Mahakali Sarvarogam Nasi Nasi. Om Krim Mahakali. 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 Sarvarogam Nasi Nasi. Just sit with the energy for a moment. And just listen to what you can hear around you. If you're lucky, you might hear birds chirping. Nature. Send the energy of healing to all your family and friends, your community, your city, your country, and Mother Earth. There you go. So just so you know, the energy today could be a little bit fractured. We've got the moon squaring all the planets in Capricorn. So just go easy today. If you start to get too upset, come back and listen to the chant again. Okay? All right, so let's finish up with a card. Since we're all about the Divine Mother today, I'm using, I don't even know if you can get these anymore, Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. And as I said, I'm going to ask, hey, house, can I do something to replace these? Oh, look at that. Can you see that? The card has basically jumped out at us. Let's see what it is. Oh, there's two. There's two. All right, so there's two messages for us today. All right, well, I guess this is a message for me because I'm still quite busy and I'm learning how to delegate. Ask others, including me, Green Tara, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So whatever you're doing, now if you're single and socially isolated, it's hard to know how you can ask others for help, but maybe that includes just saying, can we have a chat? Can we chat on WhatsApp or Zoom or, anything with a camera so that you feel less isolated? But this is a really powerful message. Start delegating. Don't try and do everything by yourself. And the goddess is Green Tara. And another one, which kind of says what we're doing here is just the right thing for us all to do. But it's a message for all of us. If you're watching this, it's a message for you. It's take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So there's a really powerful message for us all. Start delegating. Don't try and do everything by yourself. Take time to meditate and contemplate. I'm just going to say, you know, because I'm doing the chanting before I come on, and I do this, then I do this, which is meditative and, you know, reflective and keeps me on the spiritual path. And now I'm really lucky because I've discovered that someone at the ashram in India is going to be offering us half an hour of yoga every day after I finish doing this. So I feel like, you know, this period is a time where I can dedicate at least 2 hours a day to my spiritual practice. And that is really helping me to get through this time. I hope that these daily sessions are helping you, and I hope you can find other ways to fill your world with light at this time, which is quite difficult for people. I just want to say, I keep plugging this book, but it's only because I'm reading it. And when I'm reading a book, I get really excited by it. I'm not getting any kickback, if I need to say that, for doing this. Excuse me, I don't even really know Kulreet. I was hoping to meet her because she was going to come to London. She's actually stuck in America at the moment. She was on her way back to India. But this is an amazing book, especially if you're into chanting. I'm reading it very slowly, just a little bit every day. I'm going to read it now, between now and doing my yoga. And it's just such a really powerful book. Well, I've only read the first couple of chapters, but it's such a powerful book to understand why we chant, why it's so powerful, you know, because we all know it feels good, but why is it so powerful for the world? Why is it so powerful we're doing these chants today? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Lots and lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.